How do you know when your knives need sharpening? I'm Emmy, your sharpest friend, and we're gonna walk through some of the main ways to tell that your knives are in desperate need of a tune-up. The first one is the most obvious. Do your knives have any chips in the blades, or is the tip of the knife missing altogether? Now there's two different types of knives. So you have your serrated edges and your straight edges. And there's a couple different things you want to look out for on each of them. The two main things you're looking for on serrated knives, first, we're looking at the points themselves. So we want to make sure that your points look like mountains and not plateaus. So as soon as they start to flatten out or sometimes straighten altogether and almost look like a straight edge, it's definitely time for your knives to get re-edged. The second way to tell, now we have to be really careful with this one. I don't want anyone to cut themselves. Okay. All right. So you're going to hold your knife, and what you're going to do, you are not going to run your finger up and down the blade. No, silly, dumb, not doing that. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is I'm holding my finger flat, like this, flat, and I'm just going like this across the blade itself. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't do it. But I'm just going like this. On this knife specifically, I can feel that my finger is starting to catch. You'll notice that there's these tiny little bends in the blade. And what that means is when you're cutting, instead of cutting on a straight point, you're starting to cut on a curve. And that's when you're starting to see that tomatoes are squishing, or you're not able to get through veggies all the way, or meats, and you're having to go back through and cut them multiple times. That's why that's happening. Now remember, this is all normal wear and tear. Cars need oil changes, knives need sharpening. If you own knives and if you use knives, service is inevitable. Quick note, with the Cutco knives, we recommend sharpening every 2 to 3 years. Now let's talk straight edges. Straight edges require a lot more maintenance, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if the knives that you're using every single day needed factory service every 1 to 2 years. There's 3 ways we're going to look at the straight edge knives, and they all really do the same thing. So just doing one of these things might be effective enough. We're just going to hold the knife up eye level, and good lighting really helps with this. And you're just gonna look across the edge there and see if you see any little nicks. It's definitely a sign that the knives need to get re-edged. Now, the second way we can look at this is we can hold the knife with the blade pointing up to the ceiling. Again, good lighting is really helpful here. And you're just gonna move the knife back and forth really subtly, like that. And what we're looking for is you'll see little points along the edge where the light is catching, and you'll see little nicks along the edge. And that's when you get tomatoes that are starting to squish, and you're cutting peppers, you're cutting onions, and you're having to cut through them twice because they're not getting through the first time. That's when you'll start to notice that. The third thing you can do is you can cut paper. This is my old to-do list. And if it doesn't glide straight through, that is definitely a sign that it needs to be sharpened. Like that. The great thing with Cutco is that we offer this as a free service to our clients. If you're looking at sharpening your non-Cutco knives, majority of the time what you'll find is most companies are charging $1 to $2 per inch per knife. You can imagine how quickly a set adds up. There are 2 different options for service. The first one is our mail-in factory service. Under our forever guarantee, this is always available to you. Sharpening, replacements, fixes, all of that is included to you for free with that forever guarantee. You just cover round trip shipping. So easy. The other option is our local service. This could be in-home, this could be one of our events. Now, this may not be available in every city year-round. I currently have a nationwide service waitlist. So if you need service and I'm in your area, I would absolutely recommend taking advantage. See you soon.